Hey guys, Brian from Progressive Force Concepts here with the latest drill for our shooters that are out there. This one really doesn't have a name as much as just content on what it is. And we understand ahead of time that this is going to be really challenging for some shooters to take and work on the facilities that they have access to. We're very fortunate with the facilities that we actually take, and we wind up training our military and law enforcement and security professionals on. And we strongly encourage you guys, if this is a deficiency in your training, which it most likely is, that you come out and you pay us a visit and we can actually take and check that box and take a weakness and turn it into a strength. What we're talking about here is working high angles up and low angles down. Two areas that are very, very critical, whether we're talking about long range distance for our deploying folks in uniform, or even close ranges for our folks in law enforcement community, whether it be in a patrol division or even in a SWAT capacity, because of stairs, apartment buildings, multiple floors, etc. A few things that kind of come to the surface immediately that people find out when they start working these problems. Number one, if you're working that low position to the higher angle, and you're kind of a fan of brace kneeling, you're going to find it's going to be very difficult to take and get that support side elbow to make contact with the knee and get the gun up. The other issue is that the gun gets significantly heavy after a while. We've got a little stress evolution where we're moving from side to side, and people really complain that gun gets pretty weighty. Another issue at play there is how is my zero behaving over distance. We're engaging targets at a high elevation, but we're doing it at probably about 100-meter distance, and folks understanding where their bullet is hitting in relation to a traditional 100-meter distance and what their offset would be. Moving from the high positions and taking and shooting down right there. A couple considerations that are really critical. Where we have the edge of the cliff, the optic may actually clear the edge of the cliff, but your bore does not, and if you fire, you could wind up having rounds come and get kicked back at you. What's another consideration? The position of the sun and getting silhouetted or skylighted backlit, as we talk about in our low light principles. So understanding how to take and use natural camouflage and hide a little bit better in the high positions, taking and shooting down. If you don't have access to facilities that afford you the opportunity to train at angles up and angles down, what are your alternatives? Well, one of them, again, come out, pay us a visit. Number two, we can always go with a non-lethal training ammunition. We recommend UTM, and you can easily get the UTM rounds out and work some vicious upward angles, as well as ascending and descending stairs, and that can be done in a non-ballistic style house for shoot house tactics. Another option, of course, is just taking and working these skills dry, whether with a cleared out actual operating weapon or with a blue gun. That's always a viable option. So in closing here, we're not necessarily leaving you guys with a drill as much as something to think about and to identify where you may actually have a weakness in your current training program. Come give us a visit. We think you guys will like it a lot. Stay safe.